True, but you do need to know how to play them.
Exactly. Oh, k3phyr will die to the fire. INZ wins the warm-up.
2, 1.
So as we start here, INZ gets that mega spawn and gets that mega right away. k3phyr though delays the heavy a little bit. 5 seconds, that could be enough for there to be a challenge on both of them. INZ afraid that k3phyr will challenge that teleport position. And k3phyr jumps into the LG, pops the ability, tries to escape, and oh, what a nice frag from k3phyr, and he's up 1-0 on map number 1.
I think he didn't notice that he was standing into the trail. It was rough.
That was rough and unfortunate. So the delay was not enough for INZ to be able to challenge a heavy, but now there's a significant delay. Almost 10 seconds. That one is absolutely going to be important.
Yeah, and k3phyr has the champion to get both items in a few seconds. Well, not in this order.
Yeah.
Yeah, mid-fight he gets the armor and removes the damage over time by picking up the double. Oh. And as soon as INZ appears around the corner, k3phyr fires his shot and gets the second frag.
Yeah, and that seems to me like, oh, that is a major mistake from k3phyr. But as it seems to me, k3phyr seems to be, like most players at this level, pretty good with every character.
True.
And k3phyr gets the lead, but now INZ is in control. And INZ gets that last frag, and now things are gonna get quite exciting. As we might see INZ getting back a little bit here. That was a very good rail and a very important one, as k3phyr is now low enough to the point where he can't even contest with a heavy, so INZ will just take it.
Yeah, k3phyr needs to be defensive. He doesn't have any armor to his name. So he's shopping for that, and INZ is knowing it. Like, he's defending this light.
Defending the light, defending the railgun, just defending everything. But he's got to make a move for the mega. And he's even going to take away that light armor. So k3phyr has 50 armor at best. And INZ should know the stack advantage pretty well. And I think he's going to try to bank on that. And he has 13 seconds until the mega. He can do some 4 or 5 seconds of dumb aggression and get back to the mega if he positions himself in such a way. Well, not what he does. He actually hangs around the shotgun area, so that absolutely allowed k3phyr a little bit of breathing room.
Yeah, but ooh.
No, he's gonna charge through the trail. That could have cost him so much. Turns out it didn't. INZ dodged it pretty well at the end. Oh, that is a very strong rocket from k3phyr. The stacks are now almost equal. k3phyr makes a move for the mega.
A little bit too early.
A little bit too early. And the INZ does get that second frag, and he already picked up the mega, which was key to that fight.
Yeah, actually,
oh, I think he mistimed it. That
Yeah.
will cost him the heavy for sure. And
but I also think k3phyr did a great job of slowing the game down.
fantastic job. And now he's gonna turn it up a notch.
No matter how many battles you've encountered,
Let's give Slash some screen time.
Yeah. Yeah, k3phyr played the textbook out of control there. That was pretty good. And now he's back in the lead, back in control. He's feeling like the man again. Now INZ is so extremely low. He's gonna be so careful. He might actually even want to give this mega away completely.
Stopwatch.
He is setting a trap with his gauntlet. at the jump pad. But yeah, k3phyr chooses another route.
Yeah, the gauntlet from Death Knight is pretty powerful as well. It sets your opponent on fire. Not sure many people know that, since nobody really uses the gauntlet all that much. Oh, and INZ misses that rail. He set himself up so well. That is such an off angle.
But this one he hits. And there's still 10 seconds before the heavy. So, and he's doing great damage of scaring k3phyr away, but he does double back, and yeah, INZ wasn't ready for that.
Oh, that was just not the play to make at that point. But INZ still has a chance here, still plenty of time. Those were some somewhat decent rockets. Didn't really connect though. So k3phyr is now just running away with the fat slash. Oh, that tri-bolt wasn't really what k3phyr hoped, and now both players with some pretty good stacks. INZ, of course, on natural stack, making a move on that mega, does collect it, and now k3phyr might be on the back foot here. Well, not after that rail. Oh no! k3phyr missed his rail. INZ is gonna make a move for the heavy. A little bit too early again. And k3phyr absolutely makes him pay. And now look at that stack. Look at that armor.
Yeah, and he can just abuse his speed. INZ has no idea what was happening in that fight before he took 2 rockets to the face.
Yeah, and now INZ is back to the 0. He was hoping he doesn't get to the negatives, as he's actually been playing a pretty decent duel. Oh, he jumps onto k3phyr's shaft! Trying to give away frags to get back into control, but k3phyr is responding quite well with those rockets. So powerful, catching k3phyr standing in the middle of the air. And all of a sudden he's 2 frags closer, but then k3phyr gets one of those frags back.
Yeah, he got the fortunate spawn. And,
yeah, absolutely. Got the spawn on the railgun and just capitalized on that one. So now both players must play a slow game. k3phyr wants to try to keep his comeback as slow as possible. And INZ must play out of control and try to contest items and be as slow as he can, but there's absolutely no time whatsoever for him to do that.
oh, and your rocket jumped into a lot of damage. So he didn't get the top position. Oh, and again the same situation. 2 rocket jumps denied by k3phyr.
And INZ calls it a GG, kinda.
Yeah.
Just left. And k3phyr is in the lead 1-0. That was a pretty good one.
Oh, those rocket jumps that got denied. Awesome. And 2 times in a row. That must be frustrating. Because that was the way back, right? He got the items both times.
Yeah, and he was gonna try to capitalize on the control to be aggressive, but those amazing rails from k3phyr absolutely kept that from happening. That was good stuff.
Yeah, so next up, Corrupted Keep. INZ is on Athena, k3phyr is on INZ. So I think this favors k3phyr again.
Yeah, so now we are going Athena, Eisen on Corrupted Keep. Athena used Bell can be quite good, as she can be on any map. Eisen is just that much more powerful than that turret. Especially on a tight map, that turret I think will always be a factor in almost every fight. Especially if positioned that middle area, that middle choke point. I think it will always be a factor, and it's going to be very interesting how INZ is going to respond.
Yeah, I do think it is a tough map for Athena. There's not much horizontal going on.
Round begins in.
So it will be difficult to escape the fights.
1. Fight.
Yeah, so as we start, INZ gets the red room spawn, goes immediately for that heavy, and the k3phyr goes immediately for the mega, so no split on the items. But INZ, yeah, he does have the shotgun and the rocket launcher, but they're quite far apart for those weapons to be as effective as he wants. But he closes the distance with that grapple hook, but now he's in hot water and must retreat back to the red room to collect his items. k3phyr though, INZ went straight into that turret. k3phyr collects that first frag with some very clever moves. Kind of tricking INZ into thinking he was going heavy when he was just trapping him. And now this should be a 2-0, but INZ with his shotgun gets the frag.
Wow. Yeah, I think in the first fight, INZ wanted to bully himself into the frag, but it didn't work out.
Going down.
But now he's doing great work, and oh! But the shotgun of k3phyr did a lot onto the lights. INZ returns to favor.
Shotgun of INZ!
Wow. This is going back and forth. We're just 90 seconds in.
Yeah, and INZ doing a fantastic job of taking away those time shards. Like, there's no way that k3phyr is gonna have the turret up that much time. Especially if INZ takes the turret immediately as it's placed, then it shouldn't be too much of a factor.
Wow!
Now, and the rockets from INZ, insanity.
Yeah, he stole the mega health mid-fight. Completely ignored the turret. Great frag, and now k3phyr is cut out.
This should be INZ's flag. Yeah, as it is, and INZ might actually even want to keep just going for those time shards.
Wow, INZ is establishing new meta.
Absolutely, just destroy turrets right away and steal those time shards, and you got yourself a pretty good quick 3 player if you're k3phyr. Because what does Eisen have now?
Oh. A nail damage.
Have lower ground advantage where INZ fired a rocket at his own feet. Oh, that's a very good rocket. 96 damage, so important there. To take it uncontested, take that mega.
Can't catch me now.
Oh, INZ with a double backing. That was quite clever. And now look at that, 30 seconds, more than 30 seconds until the turret is back again. And I don't think INZ will let go of those time vials.
No, yeah, he's actually going for it, but he also falls in the process. Again, collect the mega health right after he spawns. But yeah, he also needs armor, and that is getting denied by k3phyr.
Oh, that will be a nice trap by INZ. Not because it didn't have the rockets, otherwise it would have been amazing. But the INZ will have access to that heavy, which is gonna go a long way because it's his only source of armor. Oh, that's a very good play to make with a shotgun in hand.
Yeah, she moves quick through the air and she can just turn her movement around mid-air, which INZ just displayed. So actually, it's a great pick on this map.
Yeah, as it turns out. Oh, INZ stealing the item mid-fight. k3phyr is so extremely low.
Oh.
The turret comes in huge. Turret MVP, absolutely. Just playing the tank. But INZ gets the frag back immediately. Doesn't have a whole lot in terms of weaponry. So that could be an opening for k3phyr. As k3phyr will make his way onto the heavy.
Yeah,
And
INZ
that's more than
decides.
enough for a challenge.
Yeah, INZ decides to go for the lightning gun, which is a great tool for him in this match.
Yeah, just look at that heap of damage that he's dealing. Now k3phyr gets himself a few time shards, which will be huge. Because only in 8 seconds he will have a new turret available in case INZ destroys this one. Oh, k3phyr gets only one frag away, but he's so low. Must be so careful. He absolutely has to respect these nails.
Oh, he gets the mega health.
INZ has nothing to work with except the nails, and the nails doesn't work for him.
Wow.
Oh, and 60 damage right off the bat, and now k3phyr is in trouble. Oh, INZ just absolutely manhandling k3phyr with that nail gun. So
and k3phyr retreats from the heavy, which goes to INZ, and yeah, well, INZ can be aggressive again. Gets both items. He certainly will get the next frag. Oh, his shotgun is missing a lot, but
so much damage from k3phyr right there.
that was
That
insane.
could help things around, absolutely. And because of that, k3phyr knows INZ's position. And he uses that knowledge to be aggressive with that shotgun, and he still has plenty of HP to contest for items, especially now after picking up the heavy. And that's just uncontested mega. Those are the ones that taste the best. But k3phyr must be mindful of those rockets as they deal a ton of damage. And now, still plenty of time until we get that turret back. Oh, but INZ not in the best of shapes to contest for this.
Yeah, I think both lights are also gone, so INZ is in a world of hurt. There's no poverty items up. Oh, there's one here on rocket launcher. And the red room also spawned, so...
And it's well protected. INZ is gonna make a move for it, absolutely.
Yeah, there's a little bit more than 2 minutes left, so INZ might be playing the timer already.
Yeah, a little bit risky on CK, as you can pile off the frags off spawn, as we actually saw this match. k3phyr trying to catch INZ going towards him. That's gonna be tougher than Athena. Oh, k3phyr playing the control game, and INZ just tanking away that clock.
Yeah. But also INZ isn't in the position stack-wise to do anything at the items, so... He's also a bit forced in the play he's making now.
Yeah, but if there's a character where you can absolutely play this kind of game is Athena, because that movement is so good, but there's no room for error. k3phyr is only 2 frags down with 1 minute 20, which is more than enough time to get those frags back to back in this map, and it's going to be incredibly interesting to see how that might happen. Oh, INZ being extremely careful. Won't be able to steal the heavy away because still a long time until it spawns. k3phyr not making too much noise. He caught INZ, and that should be another frag. And now it's 45 seconds for another frag, and INZ steals the heavy. k3phyr keeping INZ in that corridor does have to make a move for the mega, otherwise it's INZ who's in control, and that would have been just a steep hill to climb.
I think that was a great lifeline for INZ. That makes him...
Oh, and INZ just escapes.
This makes him so hard to kill. And I think he's even getting the next one.
Death from above.
Oh, 5 seconds! INZ using those grapples to escape! Oh, no time for k3phyr.
Wow.
It was well played by INZ at the end there.
Yeah.
Just keeping k3phyr at arm's length.
Yeah, it also was a bit of a split decision for k3phyr. Yeah, as soon as he left the heavy up, right from the spawn, I think the timing of that frag was just not that great of a situation for him, because as soon as he got the frag, the mega health and the heavy was up for grabs for INZ. And that gave him enough stack to survive a minute longer.
Yeah, so now we have a tied series. We got a Scale Bear versus Keel Unawoken. Well, a little bit too off meta if you ask me, so that's gonna be so exciting. We're using that Ranger, Doom Guy, or Galena here, so...
Lol, look at that. Keel versus Scalebear.
Keel versus Scale Bear.
That is not what you see every day.
Not at all. This is gonna be insane.
Yo, Shinobi.
Hey there, Shinobs. How are you doing, mate?
Yeah, look at that. Oh.
Yeah, two big boys.
Fight. Round begins in 3.
Yeah, I would say Q is a little bit better, but the Scalebear is also a force to reckon with. And
Yeah, Scale Bear is an odd one. I don't think people have figured out his potential yet.
True, but it is also hard to counter his ability. And it's so hard to judge his movement.
It is, yes. Oh, and k3phyr missing a few rails. There's a small split on the items that might be enough for someone to be able to contest for both. k3phyr, though, has fantastic position for the heavy, takes a ton of damage, uses that bull rush to close the gap, but falls right into INZ's pineapples, and INZ even picks up that mega.
I think he was himself not fully recovered from that bull rush. He was still searching for an angle. Wow.
Oh, what rockets from INZ, and INZ is up to nothing. Oh no! INZ is so low now. k3phyr even going with a machine gun, but INZ surviving. Not anymore though, and k3phyr gets that one.
I'm amazed that he did 180 damage or so before he died. So yeah, it didn't mean that much because k3phyr gets the mega health anyway. was awesome to see.
No, the dodge of the bull rush, but he dies anyway. So,
Yeah, this time around he does know where he must aim his rockets after he uses the bull rush. So we have a tie.
oh, INZ's rails and pineapples being extremely good at this point, and collects the third frag. That LG from k3phyr, catching INZ going up and down those stairs all the time. This might be another one, and it is another frag. k3phyr looking huge right now. With a monster stack. INZ thinking he could just grass like that. But k3phyr is also a heavy champion.
Yeah, well, he gets both items and a lot of unreturned damage, so yeah, INZ has no presence on the map right now.
Oh, but
oh, k3phyr falls onto INZ's LG.
Well, there was INZ on the map. He was present and did a lot of damage, but wow, that drill did a lot for k3phyr. He isn't able to frag him before he attacks the mega health, so INZ is in a better fighting condition right now.
Yeah, k3phyr doesn't have any LG cells though, so that can be an advantage to INZ, because we're seeing a lot of LG getting played here. k3phyr over 1000 damage already, and INZ with over 600 damage. Both items still a long way from spawning, so this fighting should be quite interesting. And that LG from k3phyr was just priceless. And even delivers a rail off spawn. INZ able to heal up though right away on that light armor. k3phyr is the one who's hurting, but that heavy will go a long way to making sure he doesn't die here.
He's having trouble with the movement of skill baba though, so he can't contest for the mega health. Oh, and even receives tribal shots from INZ. So that is doing great work. Oh,
it was a great rocket jump, unintended I'm sure, but we appreciate it nonetheless.
That would even send him out of the map. That would be hilarious. INZ gets the mega health. Oh, and we have a fight. Pretty aggressive
nice
move.
Bull rush.
Leaves him so weak. INZ is in the same condition, and he decides to retreat to the mega health.
Yeah, and with the heavy just about to spawn, both players might want to go for it, and that is a beautiful rocket. Oh, right there, and another one! INZ's gotta be careful.
Good dunk, good dunk.
5-minute warning.
Oh, now k3phyr's got fantastic position for the mega. Oh, beautiful, absolutely.
Yeah, you see, he isn't really chasing those great damage rockets up, because he's in the lead. But yeah, he traps INZ anyway, so he gets a pretty clean frag. Gets the heavy right after it. And INZ still has 4.5 minutes to go back in this game.
Ooh, fantastic rolls from k3phyr here. Oh, INZ in a world of trouble right now. Not much INZ can really do here. He's trying to be aggressive to get those weapons, but that's just not going his way. Oh, but k3phyr giving the mega away!
Oh,
That can absolutely be the opening INZ wanted. Oh, but INZ falling into all of that shaft. k3phyr extremely low, pops the bull rush to get out of town. Finds the heavy, but not enough health to survive the rail. INZ going, keeping the aggression going. He can do that because he's a heavy against another heavy, and he frags k3phyr, and it's only 3 frags
Yeah,
instead of 5. That,
he needed to compensate for all those missed shots. Because I think he missed 4 in a row and now he just hit 4 in a row. And
very good rail.
he really needs those damage and frags.
A very good rocket jump from k3phyr, trying to catch k3phyr off guard, but it goes wrong for him.
Yeah, he's not in a great stack department, so he's shopping for some light before the next fight.
Now we have a fight here for that mega that k3phyr has just picked up. Oh, k3phyr just lost the angle a little bit in the reposition, and that was the moment INZ moved. And now we have a little bit of a stalemate, a little bit of a Mexican standoff, and well, INZ does eat a rail to the face, but k3phyr gets both items. But, look at that, all of that stack gone in the split of time. Both players being quite low here. Now they're both, well, k3phyr not railable anymore, but so close to that, and INZ is in a world of trouble.
Yeah, every time I think he's ready for a comeback, he gets a rail to the face. So that changes his plan. He does take the items in between, but yeah, he is also receiving a lot of damage.
Oh, those pineapples are huge. k3phyr does take the mega though, that ball rush. Oh, that rail, which is everything, but he gets caught going up the T-con area. And now he's gonna get spawn hunted, but he does have a grenade launcher in hand. Oh no, that shaft from k3phyr, so good. But it falls off the map. Oh no, and INZ calls GG's.
Wow,
And falls into the lower bracket. What a series.
it wasn't even a ring out by k3phyr, so I think there was a little bit splash damage of that pineapple that fumbled his movement. Wow.
Oh, you hate to see it. That was... INZ played quite well, but
True.
k3phy's grip on control was just a little bit more than his opponents. 15-3 heavies. That was incredible.
Yeah, so the Skillbala wins.
Yeah, always scalesy.
So let's refresh the bracket. Let's
Yeah, let's see what we have. Also, P-Demon beat Almaril, Ryder beat Maelstrom, Kontash beat Lure,